Hello, my name is Keisha. Welcome to an episode of The Heart Behind the Art. In this episode, I will be chatting to the multi-SAMA award-winning band from Johannesburg, Sunken State. If you have no idea what they sound like, here's a little clue. They are definitely one of my favorite South African bands at the moment. I absolutely love them. Not only are they hardworking musicians, but they're also really great people. And the experience that you have watching them live is just incredible. Whenever I have an event, they're one of the first bands that I try and contact because they just participate so fully. They put their all into everything, and it's an absolute pleasure working with them. So I hope that this video gives you a little bit of insight into who Sunken State are and why you should probably be supporting them.
What's up, Keisha and everyone? My name is Matt, and I am the guitarist for the Johannesburg-based metal band Sunken State. Kind of went with modern groove metal because we have huge groove metal influences, but like a lot of the groove metal that influences us is quite old school in a way. So if you look at like Lamb of God and Pantera and all of those kind of bands, like we definitely have a more modern touch, and that's why we went with modern groove metal. Things I love most about being in Sunken State, and there's kind of two main things for me. Firstly, it's like the first band that I'm playing in and that I started, that I'm really writing the music that I want to write. And we all want to write, and we all on the exact same page. And I love that about the band, that there's no conflict in kind of what we're doing and the direction we want to go in. I love that. And I also just really love the fact that there's a seriousness to the band. Like, it's not necessarily just some fun side project kind of thing. There's like, although obviously it's very fun and we love it so much, but there's like a seriousness to it where, we're putting in we're putting in everything we can and trying to boost the success of the band as much as we can. And that's also something I really love. Okay, so Sunken State has been on the scene for quite a while now. It's actually weird how time flies, because in my head we're still like a brand new band. But it has been a good 2-3 years, and then compared to now, when we started, obviously the obvious thing is member changes. Like, we got Pete on drums, and over time, vocal Dwayne joined us. Was kind of in the beginning though, but and we lost a guitarist, and so the lineup of Sunken State is very different to what it is now then compared to now. And also, like, I feel then we were very much trying to find a sound and find exactly where we fit in the scene, and find who we want to be as a band, from a message point of view, from a sound point of view, from a genre point of view, from all of these things. And I feel like now we've definitely found a place, and found almost like a niche in the scene that we fit into. Okay, so we do practice a lot. Generally, it's 2 to 3 times a week, and before shows it can be even more. And I would say that the reason for that is there's kind of 2 reasons. Being tight for us and for me is a super, super important thing, because like when I watch bands that are super tight live, it just gives me this like feeling, like it's like those oaks have put in the work, and they put in the work to create their performance, and they're super tight and professional. And I think that is one of the reasons we practice a lot. The second reason for me and for the rest of the band is that we love band practice and we love playing in Sunken State, and we literally find every excuse that we can to have a band practice, and it's just because of that it turned out that we end up practicing all the time, and that's all we kind of ever want to do. Social media. When I first opened the Sunken State Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all that kind of stuff, I was looking at like a lot of these pop artists' Instagram pages, and they were all like perfectly planned, everything matched. Posts were split over all the different blocks, and everything went so nicely into each other, and I love that. And I was like, I want a metal band, and I'm sure there was metal bands doing it, but I want us to have that like flair in our Instagram, and it's difficult. I won't lie. It's hard to kind of keep that stuff going smoothly because you either, or basically on Instagram, you have to always post in threes to keep things matching. But I think no, social media is very important. I think we as a band have a lot of growth that needs to be done in that place. I think we do have good social medias, but obviously there's so much more everyone can really do. Okay, so we released our debut EP as a band in 2018, I think it was. And that EP was very much a direction. We were trying to find where we were going, and there was a lot to learn, but we did kind of what we could, and the EP has done and did fairly well. I mean, we were all kind of surprised with how well that EP did. And then we did a single, which was This Is the End, which was technically a single from the upcoming album. And then we did a full-length album, our first album. And we put so much work into that album. And yeah, we're super happy with the outcome. And I feel like that release, that album, was really the first Sunken State sound and material that was released. Like the EP, like I said, it was very much trying to find what do we want to do. Like there was a lot of kind of different ideas, where the album, had much more of an overall sound. And also, I think from a technical point of view, we pushed much harder on that album. I think we performed much better. I had a lot more knowledge on the whole recording and mixing things, so the album sounds a lot better. Still, I think it could sound much better than what it does, but I still think, it did really well. And yeah, I just think it was super fun, and I love doing albums, and we are busy working on another release, which is secret. No, kidding, it's not really secret, but yeah, and it's sounding hopefully even better and tighter, and the songs are structured better and everything. I'm very excited to show that to everyone. With the new material that we are working on, we are definitely heading in a bit of a new direction. In the album, we kind of played around with a lot of clean vocal stuff, and yeah, I feel like we're pushing that a bit more in these new releases. From a technical point of view as well, we've all grafted so hard to just get better at playing, and I've been to lessons with Mr. Chris Xenopoulos, and he is absolutely amazing, and he taught me so much on guitar, and I've really tried to use those skills and stuff in the new stuff we're writing. So it's definitely more technical, from drums, guitar, vocals. We're trying a whole bunch of new things, and I feel like it's also a lot more modern. I don't know, the secret to getting the crowd going. I I think, I think a big part of it is your performance as a whole. So we kind of put a lot of effort into, because this is the thing, metal can be quite like, it's like intense the whole time. And sometimes for a 45-minute set, that intensity can be quite a lot for people to, like engage with the whole time. And I feel like creating an overall performance, like I've put backing tracks in between and strings, and like we try to make movement throughout the set just to say to the crowd, like, basically this is when you mosh and this is when you listen and this is when you chill. And I think that kind of movement throughout your performance is very, very important. I also think one of the secrets, I guess, is practicing a lot, being as tight as you can, because that tightness makes all the difference with how people are connecting with you and with your music live. Like the tightness brings so much energy to your overall performance. Tone. I think tone, this is a very guitarist thing to say, but we put a lot of effort into our sound. I've put a lot of time into getting like a really good tone and making sure it translates good live. And I recently got this bad boy, which is amazing, this Kemper for tone. And also we put like with the bass and drums, like everything we do, we're trying to also create the best sound possible. And I think that's also a big thing live. It's been a party. Thank you so much for having me on here. I really appreciate everything. And I hope that this interview is a party. And it's been Matt from Sunken State, and I will check everyone, including you, Keisha, on the flip side.
If you enjoy these interviews and would like to see more, please let me know. Comment or send me a message on Instagram. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one very soon, I hope.